Happy full moon in Leo, everyone. I'm Mystic Mod here to talk to you a little bit about it. So the card associated with Leo is the Strength card. And the Strength card, we have a woman petting a lion. There's sunflowers. There's a sun. She's wearing an infinity hat. So Leo obviously represents Leo the lion, but the lion represents our instincts. It's the part of ourselves that is unencumbered by the influences of society, of our own mind. It is just the pure instinct, pure craving, pure desire. When it's upset, it lashes its tail, roars, it kills when it wants to, and it eats when it wants to, and it's just fully connected with what it is and who it is and what its desires are. When it's happy, it purrs, you know? So this woman represents the Empress. The Empress also is related to our own creativity and what we're creating, what we're bringing to life in this world. And the little infinity hat harkens to the magician, which is also the idea of bringing something into this world from just an idea. Is being connected to your infinite self resource or infinite resources. You know, it is picking up a tool and using it. It is turning something out of nothing, and it's just being connected with your infinite self. So in this card, we have a lot going on here. It's just being connected and having a good relationship to your own infinite source energy, who you are, remembering who you were as a child before you knew about money, before you knew about the influences of other people and being laughed at and humiliated and feeling ashamed. When you knew exactly what you wanted, to be a ballerina or a Tyrannosaurus Rex, or you've had the miracle of life. You know, the Sun card in tarot has children on it. In the Rider-Waite deck, it has just one child on a horse. It's like the happiest child in the world. These ones are playing with butterflies. It's connecting to that part of yourself that is just purely in the magic of life, looking at everything as being a miracle and just being in that joy, being totally and fully connected to yourself. It is through living life that we become disconnected from that. And I've been noticing really this new moon, or full moon rather, how I've been disconnected from my own vitality. During Leo season, you're like connected with your own source. You're outside in the sunshine, you're feeling alive, you're feeling like being social and being seen. And I was kind of expecting that for this full moon as well, but I'm realizing that what it really is that moons really show us the shadow side of things. It may illuminate something coming into fruition, and for some of you that will be true, and it really just depends on your birth chart and what you've been up to. But for some of us, it's showing us exactly where we're disconnected, where the fear gets in the way, where society gets in the way, where feeling like a victim is getting in the way of us showing up fully and bravely and fiercely in our own creative potentials. So the sun actually is in Aquarius, and Aquarius, the medicine, is being yourself regardless of what anyone thinks, and Leo is being yourself and being applauded for it. So there's medicine in having people be like, yes, go for it, you're doing a great job, I want to see more of that, like you're doing awesome. Whereas Aquarius is like pushing boundaries. You know, without the Aquarius energy, we really wouldn't be evolving as a society, because those are the people that are the weirdos, the innovators, the like free thinkers, the people that are advancing our society forward. You know, the people that are like, yes, electricity is possible, cars are possible, AI is possible, like Shazam is possible. You know, before all that, people are like, what, are you crazy? That's not real, you know? So it's like, it's creative and like showing up, or whether you're being ostracized for what you're doing or what you're thinking. That is Aquarius, and that is the seed for this lunar cycle. So on our way to creating whatever seed we planted, we are coming up against who we are and like how we're showing up and how we are not showing up. You know, what is getting in the way. That is what's this moon is about, is showing us the ways that we're still scared. that we're disconnected from that joy. Can you imagine if we were all connected to that part of ourselves that was just fully alive and fully embodied and fully courageous and powerful? Well, it would help other people to feel the same way. They say a rising tide lifts all ships, and that is absolutely true. When we see each other standing fearlessly in our power, then it inspires us to do the same. And so really it's about remembering that, like, who we were as children, connecting with that inner child, that inner joy. I remember I've been thinking a lot about like how I'm disconnected from my own inner child, or the ways in which I shut myself down and my creative path. And I keep thinking about this memory I have from when I was a kid. I used to really love to sing. I used to really love Cat Stevens. And I have this distinct memory of listening to myself or recording myself on tape, which is what the memes were those days, singing "Oh Baby, It's a Wild World" from Cat Stevens, and listening to it back and being like, oh my God, this is terrible. I don't want anyone to hear this. And I like immediately erased it, and I never recorded myself singing again. Well, until like actually recently, like 30 years later. And I remember also like looking at my stuff, all these boxes my mom saved of my things. So like before I moved to California, she's like, go through this stuff and keep what you want. And I was like, you're the one that saved it. But anyway, going through it and being like, wow, I was a really good artist. I was a really talented writer. Like, what the hell? And I know exactly what the hell. What the hell is that I didn't really have anyone encouraging me, telling me that I was good enough to do anything with this. I didn't know that I had any talent at that time. And that's Leo. It's having other people encourage us, having mentors, being seen, being encouraged in that way. And then I also had like my own limiting beliefs. I knew at a pretty young age that money was important. My parents were going to getting their masters and PhDs when I was a kid. And so we didn't really have any money. We were an educated family, but like very broke, and I couldn't go on the trips to Aruba with my friends, and I couldn't go snowboarding on the weekends with my friends, and that helped me. That really made me feel ostracized and not belong, and so I felt that money was like was the only way to belong in society. I knew that we were always worried about money, even though we always had food on the table. But anyway, so really that's like society coming in and showing us and disconnecting us from ourselves. And that's how capitalism works, is like, making us believe that we don't have a choice. We can't fearlessly be in our creativity and flow and have a good life too. And so in that way, if we want to change the world, we all need to step up and show who we are and have that courage and have that strength. And that's where this new moon is showing us how we can continue to do that. Well, I hope this was inspiring for you. If you'd like to explore about the areas of your chart that are being activated, or look at the cards and what's trying to come through, what's holding you back, what supports you, what you need to embrace, please let me know in the DMs. And I hope that you're having a wonderful full moon and that you show up somehow today in your own weirdo, creative, authentic self.